What's the story, Morning Glory? What's the word, Hummingbird? Thank you so much for clicking on my channel and for joining me for this review of Seeking Sister Wife, Season 4, Episode 8, The Epps Family. The Epps family consists of Taryn, India, and Marcus. So, in this particular episode, Marcus is getting ready for his date with someone that he has been interested in for quite a while. Her name is Janae, 35 years old, and they had met about 5 or 6 years prior. So, he had been trying to get in contact with her, trying to track her down. She finally responded. And so he invited her to come down. He rented out an entire Airbnb just for the two of them. And they're going to reconnect. Now, Janae does not know that Marcus is a polygamist. She has no idea. So she thinks that she's coming to reconnect with an old flame and to kind of see where everything goes. So Marcus's plan is to cook dinner for her, give her a very enjoyable evening, and then once she's feeling all warm and fuzzy, he's gonna drop the bomb on her that he's a polygamist and he wants her to join the fam bam. So she arrives at the Airbnb first. He shows up a little bit after her, and he comes with all the ingredients. He's gonna cook her a delicious seafood dinner, and he doesn't even wait to butter her up. He doesn't even wait until, she's feeling all warm and gushy inside. As he's cooking, he drops the polygamous bomb on her. So first he asks her what her situation is. And she said that her situation was a little complicated, but it was nothing for him to be concerned about. And I felt like I needed more information on what she meant by that. Like, her situation is complicated. Are you married but separated? Or are you kind of dating around and don't have like a main squeeze? Or do you have a serious relationship but you're open to something else? Like, what's really going on? So he finally tells her, he starts off by telling her that, remember, I was married to Taryn and then we separated. And I think when they separated is when he had met Janae. And so he tells her, then I ended up going back to Taryn. Then I met someone else. And yeah, I kind of like have two wives now. And she was definitely surprised. She was like, what? And so he tells her that he is in a polygamous relationship, a polygamous family, and that he is looking for a third wife. She was definitely surprised, and she really wasn't thrilled with what she was hearing. So Janae, her whole thing was, you didn't have to fly me down here or bring me down here to tell me that. We could have taken care of this on the phone. This is not something that, she had, planned on at all whatsoever. And so she was like, so you brought me all the way down here to tell me that when you could have just told me on the phone. And so he says, if I would have told you on the phone, then you wouldn't have come down. I wouldn't have been able to see you. So Janae says, it almost feels like this is a joke. She said that, and then Marcus says that she needs to open up her mind and to think outside the box when she told him that she is not willing to share her man. And he said that he's very happy with his wives. And then Janae comes back with, well, if you're so happy, then why am I here? And I was like, oh, okay, very good question, Janae. If you're so happy with your two wives and you're very satisfied with your life, what do you need from Janae? So Marcus says that, I think you can make me happier, which implies that you're not happy enough with your two wives, which is exactly what's her point. So he tells her that you have a very brilliant mind, and if we join forces together, we could accomplish so much together. Janae says in her confessional that his lifestyle is absolutely crazy. He should have told me over the phone, and that the whole idea, the whole concept of sharing a man is very weird to her. She tells Marcus directly that he should probably go back home to his two wives. And then Marcus says, well, do you know what my two wives would tell me right about now? And she was like, of course, they probably would tell you to stay, stay with your potential third wife. So Janae was not happy about this. Now, I have a couple of questions with this whole situation. I'm surprised that she stayed, because if she was really truly turned off by this whole concept of polygamy, she could have gotten her stuff right then and there and booked out the door and just left right then and there. But she didn't. She stayed. She was curious. So I'm wondering if the reason why she stuck around was because, something about this piqued her interest. Something about this, stirred up her curiosity. And once again, how does Marcus do it? How does Marcus do it? I kind of feel like Janae's not really going to go for this. I think she's just too, she's too middle of the road. She's too average. She's too much like the rest of us. Like this is too crazy for her. This is too weird for her. So I don't think that she's going to bite, but who knows? Because if I was in her situation and somebody was propositioning me to become a third wife, I would leave. I said, if that's the purpose of this whole entire evening or this whole entire trip, then I'm going to respectfully bow out and I will go into the room and start packing my stuff and, look for an Uber to take me to the airport. That's what I would do because there's just no way. You're not going to convince me. It's not possible. It's just not happening. But she stayed. And I was like, wow, so what's really going on here? Now, when he told her, I think he was kind of hinting on, when he told her, open up your mind, think outside the box. And she says something about, she doesn't want to share her man and, she's only interested in monogamy. I think he was trying to, I think he kind of was alluding to her like, you think you're in a monogamous relationship, but you're really not. Because, a lot of men, a lot of women too, are out there cheating. So at least with polygamy, and I think this is what he was trying to tell her, or I could have been imagining this, at least with this polyamorous thing, it's going to be done. Everybody's going to be aware of it because it's going to happen anyway. At least you're going to know about it. And, it's going to be done in such a way that we're all in agreement of this lifestyle. We're all in agreement of what's going on. So I think he was trying to tell her, you think that you're into monogamy, but have you really had a serious monogamous relationship? Because people are out there cheating left and right every single day. It's crazy out there. So, yeah. I think that he kind of sort of did a decent job in trying to sell it to her because he was complimenting her. When he kept on telling her, you have a brilliant mind, you're a very intelligent woman, kind of like he was telling her, you're smart enough to know that this could possibly be for you. Like this is something for, the people who are on a completely different level than the average person. The people that are into this type of lifestyle, they get it. They get it. And so it's like you have to be of a certain mindset to be able to make this happen. And I believe that you are of that mindset. You are part of the upper echelon of society, to experience something like this. And I can see his talk working on someone like India. I was like, if this is the game that he spit to India, like expand your mind, open your mind, you're an intelligent woman, think outside the box. If this is the game that he spit on India, I can see India falling for this hook, line, and sinker. But Janae, I don't know. I'm on the fence with Janae. I am really on the fence. It could go either way. If she decided to leave, I wouldn't be surprised. But if she decided to, like if he suggests to her, why don't you come on over to the house and meet Taryn in India and just kind of see what they're all about. And, maybe they can kind of give you a perspective from the wife's point of view. And then you can make your decision. Come on over, give it a chance, meet the two wives and then make your decision afterwards. I wouldn't be surprised if she took him up on that offer. But I was just like, wow, girl, you haven't left yet. So, are you a little bit polycurious? Let us know. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you spending this time with me. On your way out, please don't forget to rate the video. And if you like this content, please subscribe. And I will definitely talk to you later.